Good morning. It is time for your meditation. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. And we have a beautiful journey ahead today. Charlie, good morning. Good to see you. We're giving it just a few minutes to see who wants to join us. And while we do, I have a couple of quotes to share with you. It is, of course, always a great idea to bring your awareness to your breathing. Start breathing intentionally a little bit deeper. Inhale through your nose. Fill up the balloon inside your belly. And in just a little while, we'll be ready to float away. It is such a beautifully glorious wet morning. That is very true. We've had such beautiful intermittent rain during the night. And then this morning again, beautiful weather. Sunmuddy, good morning. So good to see you. The theme of our meditation today is listening to your soul. Getting in contact with and listening to your soul. And I have a bunch of quotes here that just very simply say the same thing in very, very similar words. And I'll go through them quickly. First one says, listening is required to hear your soul's path. Courage is required to live it. Linda, good morning. Very good to see you. Listening is required to hear your soul's path, and courage is required to live it. Listen to your soul. It's calling you toward the life that is meant for you. The more you listen to your soul, the more you will realize the part you play in this universe. Always listen to your soul. It speaks to you only if you listen. Listen to the silence until you hear your soul. All beautiful words from all different people saying essentially the same thing. And if you've ever read Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch, and if you haven't, it's very worthwhile finding it and listening to it or reading it. There's a very similar message that comes from his work. The last one, I'll read you a quote from him that says, "You are not on this planet to produce anything with your body. You are on this planet to produce something with your soul. Your body is simply and merely the tool of your soul. Your mind is the power that makes the body go. So what you have here is a power tool used in the creation of your soul's desire." Really beautiful stuff. So if you're ready, we're going to slip away in today's meditation and see if we can find ourselves in a space where we can listen to our soul. And one of the simple meditations that feels like it always gets me there is the Serenity Prayer. And turning all the asks of the Serenity Prayer into a question and asking that question to our soul and see if we find an answer. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and let's slip away. First, big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Deep inhale. Let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn deep into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself expand in all directions from your core. When you've filled your belly full of air, let it all go. And as you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders and drop your head. A lot of the wisdom we find around listening to our soul says your soul speaks only if you listen. What are the things that make it very difficult to hear, make it very difficult to listen to our soul? What stands in the way is the loudness of our fear. Our fear, or all of our various fears, can be a cacophony of loud voices. This makes it very difficult to become quiet and really listen to our soul. With every breath, with every exhale, soften your body. Imagine that everything you've been carrying rolls off of your shoulders and is dropped next to you. And those include the fears. Fear makes our bodies stiffen up, makes the muscles tense. And if you're deliberately softening your muscles, deliberately slumping your shoulders and dropping your head, softening your body, often that helps in lowering the volume of our loud fears. We're putting the small self down for a moment, reaching for our higher self. knowing and trusting that it's always present. If we would just put down all the fears and listen. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down. Let's take a big breath in. And as you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles in big half circles to the left and also to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward. Big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards. Big, slow circles. Take a big breath in. And as you release, focus on your spine. Moving your whole upper body from side to side. Pay particular attention to your back muscles. As you move through your back muscles, can you notice where you feel some stiffness? And gently lean into those stiff muscles. One more big breath in. And as you release, stretch, move, or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Beautiful space of presence, we can turn inwards and dive deep inside, inching that little bit closer to our soul so that we can listen. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long and slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, pay attention to making it a really long, really slow, drawn out exhale. Breath in. And hold. As you release, feel your body soften. Invite more softness into your body. breath in. And hold. As you release, there's a slow downwards movement. Your shoulders are slowly falling. Your body is slowly sagging, and you're slipping deeper and deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting, dissolving, slipping into an even deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue with the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation for you to turn inwards and follow. Feel the air flow in through your nose. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with the breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Holding your breath is a very intimate moment of you spending time within you, holding you. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels really easy, followed by a long and slow exhale. With your next big breath, diving deep into you, welcome yourself to you. Welcome yourself home. What could be more home than being more deeply connected to your soul? Take your next big breath. Our journey today is the Serenity Prayer. It always feels to me like it brings me to the perfect place to listen. It gives me the right questions to ask. The first line of the Serenity Prayer asks, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. I love the energy it awakens in me. With your next big breath, diving deep into you, just repeat those words. The serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Take your next big breath. Now allow your soul to speak. You've placed down everything you're carrying. As much as you can, you've put down all your fears. Stepped up from your small self and reaching for your higher self. Allow your soul to speak. With your next big breath, diving deep into you, we turn it into a question. What is it, or what is one thing that I do need to accept? Please show me one thing that I cannot change and need to accept. Try and not use your mind to search for the answer. Dive inside and just listen. What is one thing I need to accept that I cannot change? Take your next big breath. Next line of this beautiful prayer asks, please give me the courage to change the things that I can. It is beautifully phrased in as few words as possible. When we do recognize what we can change and should, it often takes courage to see it through. With your next big breath, diving deep into you, take the line with you. Turn the words over in your head. Please give me the courage to change the things that I can change. Take your next big breath. breath. Let's turn it into a question. What is something that I need to change? What is something I need to take action on? Take your next big breath. Probably the most important part of the Serenity Prayer is the last sentence. And please give me the wisdom to know the difference. When do I know if it's something I should accept? When do I know if it's something I should change? Ask again for the wisdom. Bring yourself again and again to sit and listen to your soul. Let your soul speak and ask, show me what I'm not seeing. Please show me what I'm not seeing. Take your next big breath. Take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long and a really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, bring softness into your body again. One more big breath in. And hold. yourself slip all the way through. No more attention on your breathing. Sit all the way back or lie all the way back down. Feel yourself just floating and expanding. Few more minutes of silence left, and I'll leave you to your own silence as you bring back to your mind your asks. See what came up for you and listen again. What is one thing I need to accept that I cannot change? What is one thing I need to take action on and make a change? And how do I stay connected to finding the wisdom that shows the difference? Be gentle with yourself. You might receive the same answers as before, maybe the same things are still there, and that is true. Be gentle with you. You might still need to learn how to make the changes in love and not in fear. How to make changes because you love yourself, not because you hate yourself. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. And you've been learning that I can listen to my soul. Big breath in. Thank you for learning how to heal and quieten or make the voices of fear a bit softer so that I can indeed listen. Big breath in. Thank you for learning that underneath all of the fear, this space is who I am. Big breath in. Thank you for getting better at knowing that when I hear the voices of fear, recognizing that that's not really me, and certainly not all of me. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for bringing yourself to the space where we can listen to our souls. See if you can make it a habit to do it regularly. Can you become quiet, take a few deep breaths, put down whatever you've been carrying, and ask questions. Dive inside and just ask. Try not to use your mind to find the answer, but be curious about what would come if you just listen. So much love to you all. Good morning, Estelle. It's awesome seeing you join us. Thank you, Sunmuddy. Thank you, Serene. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Charlene. Saw someone else. Who else joined us this morning? Paula, good morning. Thank you so much for joining in today. Hope you're all having the most beautiful day. Lots of love to you all. Ciao, ciao.